Hello. I thought I would do a remake of my Aries video because last time I didn't say a lot, and compared to my Taurus and Gemini videos, I feel like Aries kind of deserves it. And with it being the beginning of spring, the Aries equinox, or rather for my all my friends in Australia, the beginning of fall, which confuses me. But anyway, I know it's the beginning of fall, but it's just it must be confusing when reading about astrology because Aries is supposed to be, the beginning of life and spring, and then down there it's like the beginning of fall. Everything's backwards. Anyway, so to Aries, they love the fact that they start off the zodiac. You must read about Aries anywhere, and they're like, me. It's all about me first. All this crazy selfishness and arrogance. But you know what? I'm gonna say something to counterbalance everything. So look into detail about all the specifics and little things that Aries what is written about Aries. So their saying is I am. And this looks really self-centered, but it's very much needed in a world where it's not okay to be that way. And people are born with this sense of creativity and self-initiative, and they know themselves, they act like themselves. Everyone has an ascendant. They have the sign that was rising on their birth. There's some theories that if you're an Aries sun, whatever sign's on your ascendant is strong, and an Aries sun would pride themselves because it's who they are. So I have quite a lot of Aries people in my life with different rising signs. An Aries sun will definitely be more grounded if they have an Earth rising. And you may see someone with an Aries sun being very practical. And you're like, that's not an Aries. But you know what? Whatever they do, it's going to be kind of it looks effortless. And they usually have a lot of energy into what they do. They are very single-minded. And I want to say simple-minded, but I want to let you know that it doesn't mean that they're stupid. I could say that there were signs out there that are stupid, but I love Aries. I love talking with Aries. They may have a one-sided opinion, but that's needed. The opposite sign of Aries is Libra. What's a Libra gonna do? Sit there and weigh their options all day? An Aries is gonna go out there and get stuff done. They're not gonna think about it that much. It's not a mental sign. It's an active sign, because fire signs are active. It's very if you think about Sagittarius, another fire sign, they are about adventure and they are very blunt. And Aries is also very blunt. And Aries actually is a bit more thoughtful, surprisingly, than a Sagittarius, because Aries is less in the mouth. A Sagittarius, that's just where their fire comes out. And it's all over the place. And Aries is more focused, so they'll talk to you if they need to. They need something, they'll talk to you. They're not afraid of being selfish. They're like, I'm selfish. They're willing to admit it. They're not going to be diplomatic. There's a time for an Aries and a time for a Libra. A Libra will be diplomatic, and they will charm the pants off you. But an Aries will be, they'll try to be charming, but they'll just be more honest and straightforward. And it's a good kind of selfish, because it's after Pisces, it's very much needed to be that selfish and just be okay, who cares? I don't need to look into all that, the details of why I'm selfish, blah, blah, blah. That's the difference between Aries and Sagittarius, is that Sagittarius is philosophical. Aries isn't very philosophical. They're just gonna do. They're leaders, and in the sense, it's not they're gonna be I want to lead. They will just lead people into things. You're gonna have to sit down with an Aries and really tell them that they are leaders. They're not going to believe you. They're going to be no. But they don't know that life with them and around them is way more exciting than most other people. They don't see that. They just think everyone is active. They are very much not inhibited. A Capricorn, which is square Aries, which means it's very different. A Capricorn is inhibited, and then Aries is the beginning of releasing all of that. It's just it's not knowledge of everything that's built up. It's just the uninhibited release. It's the unadulterated. It's It's innocence at its core. And that's also a difference between fire signs and earth and air signs, is that the fire signs are literally innocent. Like the things that the negative faults of theirs is something that's very innocent and pure and simple. They'll just make a white lie about something and they move on with their day. Whereas a Libra is very manipulative and mental. Like, they can hide a lot of negative things. It's all about making themselves look pretty on the outside. It's kind of sad because they repress a lot of that. Aries doesn't repress, you know? Aries is, like I said, it's all about action. Aries is ruled by Mars. Rules all those, you know, to me I think it's negative things because I'm an air sign, but negative, these things that are like sex and war and aggression and things that me as a peacekeeper, like, no, you know, I'm not a Libra, but I'm an Aquarius rising, I'm a Capricorn, you know, I just want business. And Aries is just like, you know, this is life. Life's short. Why do I gotta fake it? Fuck you. Like, like, I apologize for that, but like, you know, one misconception,